Hi, I'm Roman, and this is Anatomy of a Shot with Film Reframed. Today we're breaking down this striking composition from Dune 2. The first thing that grabs us is the monochromatic color scheme. Because everything in the image is orange, the filmmakers must rely entirely on value, the lightness and darkness of the orange, to distinguish the characters and background from one another. Let's use our X-ray vision to take a look at the underlying value structure, where dark figures separate from a light background. Notice how much the image now resembles a terrestrial desert landscape. The saturated orange is a clever trick to make the environment feel otherworldly and give the image a strong mood. Without the color, we could view this image as a group of costumed hikers. This value structure, combined with a shallow depth of focus, calls our attention to the centrally placed main character. He's the sharpest element drawing our attention. Notice the subtle highlight on his helmet, the strongest point of contrast in the image. Additionally, take note of this rock formation that overlaps his head. This further emphasizes him as a focal point. Next, let's look at how this composition manages the surrounding figures in the same image. The variation in the figure's height creates visual interest and prevents the composition from feeling static. Our eyes naturally jump between their different heights and sizes, exploring the scene and giving us a feeling of depth. The closer figures are larger, establishing a clear foreground, middle ground, and background. The spacing between the figures is also carefully considered. There's a natural variation. Some are close together and others are further apart. This randomness prevents the composition from feeling too organized or predictable. It creates an organic flow and keeps our eyes moving. Finally, the figures placed at the edges of the frame act as visual anchors, keeping our eyes from wandering completely out of the image. They help contain the composition with an implied triangle, guiding our gaze back into the center. Overall, this image is a great example of how compositional tools other than color can be used to create a visual hierarchy.